Yo, welcome back to another episode of the High Value Agent Podcast, where we inspire people to create a better life through real estate. Y'all, listen, winners win, period. Losers constantly find something to blame. Let me say that again. Winners win, period. Losers are constantly finding something to blame. Who are you? Are you a winner? Are you a loser? Are you taking personal responsibility with where you're at in your life, in your business, in your relationships, in your health? Or are you blaming conditions or external circumstances? Y'all, I just had a wake-up call in my personal life when it comes to my health. And it was a wake-up call that has literally changed not only my personal life, but my family's life forever. In prioritizing putting me and my health and me taking care of myself first, filling my cup, building myself up, making the right decisions with food intake, with fluid intake, right? With exercise, with sleep, with vitamins, with constant, you know, 1 to 2 times a year checking my blood work to make sure that everything is dialed in so then I can operate at a high level. Taking that responsibility is what creates the winning mindset, which creates the winner. Where I could have sat back and blamed everyone else, blamed other things, blamed again, blame it on the conditions. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. Because blame is always available. Like I can, and you and everyone who's listening to this and people that you know, we can blame the market, we could blame rates, we can blame the leads. Oh, the leads suck. We could blame the CRM, we can blame the timing. If it's health, we can blame. You know, my kids want to eat this stuff, so then that means I get to eat it. We could blame. Really, you're gonna blame your kids? You can blame, oh, well, eating healthier is more expensive. Oh, really? So there's never a shortage of things that you can blame. Never. And here's the scary thing. And this is just observing, not only myself, but observing others. When I can be present and when I can observe my habits, my actions, and hold myself accountable, the better I do that, it makes it easier to observe and not only just understand other people, but like really see things in people that maybe most other people don't see. Okay. And the scary thing about all this stuff is when you are putting blame on outside things, on conditions, like it makes you feel productive because you believe that blaming something explains the result. But here's the reality: explaining a result and then changing a result are two different jobs. And blaming is a full-time job that doesn't pay you nothing. Period. And what I'm noticing are a lot of people, man, they're playing the blame game. They're playing the blame game and they're not sitting and living in gratitude, right? They're not, their perspective is foggy. And then they wonder why their growth is capped, or they wonder why there's things that they go through that could have if they would have taken the responsibility and kept their head up, they could have avoided those challenges. Now, I'm not saying challenges are bad. Like the challenges actually help you grow. They help you become more as long as you take responsibility, because that's where the growth is. But when you are constantly blaming other people and blaming other things, and you're doing that consistently, tell me about the people that you know that constantly play victim. How's their life look? How is their relationships? How's their how does do you want their life? The agents that are winning right now, and not just agents, this is going to be a human conversation. The people that are winning right now, the people that are winning in life, the people that are they're loose, they're excited, they're energized, they're grateful, they contribute, they seem like they have more hours in the day. Those people are winning because they have a winning mentality. They don't allow circumstances to be the cause as to why they couldn't do something or why something happened. They have the same conditions most of the time that you do, but they don't allow that to stunt or reduce their productivity. Okay? A loser. Let's talk about a loser. A loser is going to ask, "Why did this happen to me? Why is this happening to me? Or this always happens to me?" That's what a loser is gonna ask themselves. That's what they're gonna say to themselves. A winner, they're gonna say, "What can I control today? What are gonna be the things that I could control that if I do the thing, if I take the action, it creates a result? I'm not attached to the result, I'm attached to the process. But the things that I can control, and if I do it, it moves me closer to what it is I want." Like, for example, if you're a real estate agent and you don't currently have, a few pendings right now, like five or more, and you're going throughout your day, not actually working in your database, talking to people, doing open houses, circle prospecting, calling, you know, what are we doing? We're literally wasting valuable hours and days, which turns into weeks, months, and years. If you don't have more than five pending, which, by the way, like, that should be your minimum standard. It's like you don't ever go below 5. That's if you wanna have a business that is sustainable no matter what happens, right? You could have 5 pending, and the higher the better, but let's just use 5, okay? You can have 5 pending, and then the rates today jump up 2%, 2 points, okay? Those 5 pendings may drop down to 2 or 3 because the buyers are priced out of the market. Imagine if you had 10 pending and things happen in transactions, half of them fall apart. You still got 5. But to get up to those 5 or 10 or 30 there's people on our team right now that have 10 plus, 13 pending, 14 pending, right? They hover between that 8 to 12, I feel like. There's some people on our team. You want to know how they got there? Conversations every single day. 20 conversations, following up with people, building up their pipeline, controlling the controllables, not playing the blame game. So this is not like, I'm not trying to motivate you. I'm trying to help you create an identity. Okay. This is not about hype. It's about who you decide to be. Who you decide to be. If you decide to be a winner, trust me, winners don't win because they feel like it. They win because blaming would literally contradict their identity. That's called inner conflict. They don't win because, oh man, we feel like being a winner today. No, that is who they are. Like, when we talk inner conflict, those are the people who try to say that they are winners, but then their habits reflect one of a blamer. That's inner conflict. And those people typically you'll find don't make much progress. Those are typically the people that don't live in gratitude, that don't have the energy. They're not loose, they're tight, right? They don't feel powerful. You have to make the decision. This is not motivation. This is creating an identity. Winners win, period. It doesn't matter the circumstances. They win because that's who they are. And the beauty, because you could be somebody listening to this and you're going through a challenging time. And so you're in it, right? You're in it, and every single day you're fighting a good fight. Whatever challenge that may be. Okay. We all got challenges. And hopefully you got the winning mentality. So you're going to keep pushing through and you're going to overcome it. I promise you, when you overcome, you will be better, you will be stronger, right? But you're in the storm and you're running through the storm, not running away from the storm. And one of the things that I think is like incredible is the fact that you don't really determine your character when you're going through the good times. You determine your character when you're going through the bad times. You really learn who you truly are when things are not good, when things are not going your way. And so this is your chance to be present, to be clear on who you are going to be. Who are you currently? Who do you want to be? What is the gap? Maybe you're already the person you want to be. Maybe you're already that winner. And all I would say is just continue to reinforce that belief, because you got to recommit to it every single day you wake up. Every single day and every minute of the day, we have to make micro decisions that are going to move us closer to being that winner who we say we are, or becoming that loser. There's no in between. There's no gray. It's black or white. Right? So that's my point I wanted to get across. And over the next week, this is so important. If you want growth in your life, if you want, this is personal development, this is self development, this is growth. Over the next week, whenever you find yourself in a situation where you're like you're catching yourself getting ready to blame someone or something for whatever reason, I want you to replace it with one call or outbound conversation. Okay. So, for example, if I'm sitting here and something happened to me and I'm pointing the finger, boom, I need to, that's a conversation I got to have today. You are literally pivoting from being this loser mentality into moving into a more productive activity. Does that make sense? Okay. Put a bow on this one. Listen, conditions don't change for you, y'all. You have to change inside the conditions. You got to change within the conditions, right? The conditions mold you into becoming the greater version of you. But the conditions are not going to change just because you say they're going to change. But you can't control your change. It's called evolution. It's growth. Okay. Because winners are going to win, period. All right, y'all. I love you guys. Lock in. This is a journey that we all walk together every single day, every single day. And if there's any way I can support you, don't hesitate, reach out. Obviously, wherever you're listening or watching this, please leave us a review, like, subscribe, comment. You know what to do. I'll see you guys on the next one. Be strong. Peace.